Hi, everyone. Welcome to our market update. My name is Vinnie. This guy will be here.
David
Dave.
Wright, happy to be here on a Good Friday.
So have the clicker going right now. And you can kind of see inventory 4,600, which is really surprising for being in April right now. Yes, pending properties is down, so like 2 months inventory. Um, the interesting thing is, of course, detached properties, and you're gonna see. I'm gonna show you some information right there because I had someone post this or comment on this post before about the market. No one's buying and blah blah blah. Yeah, the demand is probably is lower than it usually is, but also inventory is lower than it usually is. So what does that happen? What happens there, David, when you have
I
both
mean,
them?
we're in both of them are slowing down, but it's like the inventory being lower is a problem, but the bigger problem on hand is everyone's at a standstill right now, and part of the problem with the standstill is that yeah, no one's selling, but a lot of people aren't buying as well because interest rates have jumped up, 0.5%, which is a lot. The interest rates have been varying between 0.375 to a 0.5% higher. Most of them are 0.5% higher once the war started, and it's done the opposite. What usually happens, usually safety and interest rates plummet, do and this has been completely the opposite. So
So,
it is very unique. And then a lot of people do not do that near me.
well, so this is what I'm going to show you fast,
It's
and
completely opposite. Sorry about that. I'm I'm on a different location right here, so I
no,
apologize.
you're good. So I just want to give you kind of perspective, right, of where we sit. Do you see that
Stop,
uptick? So even though we have basically
stop.
lower demand, inventory is lower, that still pushes prices up. So we're seeing an uptick in properties across the board. And look at the detached market. We've basically got to that point where we're above where we were last July, which I told everyone we're going to be there. And I still think we're going to get higher than we are now in the summer months, right? So just food for thought, unless inventory really jumps up and then people have to sell their property, you're not going to see a drastic change to pricing. Now, I'm going to pull up another, some other numbers. Let me show you fast. Here, let me give
And
you
you
this
know
fast.
what's interesting also about that, Vinny, is your jobless claims number came in and it actually fell by 9,000, and our jobless claims are lower right now. And then we had the Bureau of Labor Statistics come out, who had an estimate. They estimated about 60,000 jobs were going to basically be completely created in the economy in the recent report. And instead, 178,000 jobs were created. Now, that's interesting because this is strictly my opinion, but I don't see that many jobs being created. That report's 3 times higher than what it should be. And to me, it seems like the job market is slowing at the same time, and that leads people, if the job market's slowing, no one feels good about it. It's harder for people to sell and harder for people to buy. So it is an interesting time right now with the prices, but I would agree with you. If less people sell, there's less houses on market, they're going to sell for more in the summertime.
Yeah. And so something to think about, right? Okay, well, what happened last time? I mean, the demand's going lower, again, going to supply. The people that are selling don't have to sell. We're looking at these numbers again: 789,000 single family and condos in San Diego County. I know you got Borrego Springs and that, but just go with me. 789. Out of those 789,000, you're
I
talking
don't
about
think
basically,
Borrego Springs counts in that whole thing.
well, San Diego County. I know it's crazy, but 800 properties,
I know,
800
but I mean, come
properties.
on.
Yeah. But so we're talking about 800 properties that are brief foreclosure and auction that are kind of are basically sitting there, right? You're We have 4,600 properties. If we got all 800 of those properties hit the market, I mean, it's still not going to make a change, and that's not going to happen, right? Most people, like probably 60% or so, 70%, are going to keep their property, right? So that's not going to happen. You see that almost half of the people, more than half of the people, have high equity of the property. So just people that are saying market correction, all this kind of stuff has happened, is because we have so much equity, because we had that COVID time frame. I'm not gonna see that. But
You
anyways,
think I don't think there's going to be a market correction at all. I don't think there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be a correction. There's too much equity in the properties, like you were talking about. Like, why would
well,
you ever foreclose on the house right now if you have 200-300 grand in equity?
yeah, exactly. I mean, I mean,
Yeah, it's
the
crazy.
idea is,
So
right, you
you keep
back in the day, you
all
had
those
a you
people out there keep saying it's going to happen.
yeah, I mean, so what you're looking at, right? Yes, there's for sure opportunities in the detached market. People are getting a lot more creative. You can ask for basically credit. You can ask, I mean, seller financing. I mean, taking over someone's payment. I mean, things like this are technically doable now. I mean, you're going to have more people probably open to that kind of idea, right? But for the idea that, hey, you know what? There's going to be a massive correction. All these foreclosures are going to flood the market. You're hoping and praying and
I don't know.
waiting.
But I don't. I think you're. Yeah. I mean, let's be totally honest about this. If you talk to anybody and you ask them, if you could go back to 2008, 2010, and the housing market crashed, because you were in the business during that time, Vinny, I was in the business. Most people did not buy. So if the housing market's crashed, most people will make foolish decisions and not buy. If the housing market crashes, everyone and their mother should buy a house because everything's on sale on a massive discount. Anyone who bought a house in 2008, 2009, 2010 absolutely killed it. Like, absolutely killed it. The best prices of all time. And
I,
now
I mean,
COVID ran the prices up. So, woo.
so what you can do now in this market right now, because you're saying, well, what if I wasn't in the market in 2008, right? Which you do see that, right? I was in the market in 2008. I have the chance to buy in 2008. Well, what can you do now? I mean, if you're a younger kid, house hack, right? Look to buy a house, rent out the other
Yeah,
rooms, live in one of them, and slowly start basically adding that density
buy a
level to the
duplex,
property.
buy 3, 4 units.
Yeah. I mean, buy the
Yeah, buy
multi-unit
units. If
properties that
you're a young
there.
person, buy units.
And there's programs. I mean, there's programs now you can get into where you're putting no money down. I mean, of course, the Dream program is too late, but there's other
I
programs out there.
know.
There's so many programs that are coming out, right? I mean, and
Oh, this
if the
you
property's
can buy
sitting,
with all those programs.
yeah, and if the property's sitting, the seller's gonna be more inclined to allow you those windows of time, saying, okay, well, it's gonna take you what 45 days to do all these programs, right? You're gonna have to work with us. Sure, let's do it. I mean, because they want their number, or at least close to their number, because they don't have to sell their property, right? And you want to get into the property that
Mhm.
makes sense, where you're getting basic grants or down payment assistance, or I mean, loans you're going to get forgiven. I mean, so get creative instead of waiting for basically the crash that's going to happen.
I don't know about it. I don't think any crash is happening. I can go on record for that. I don't think any crash is happening. Now, full disclosure, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope there's a massive
Someone,
crash and everything hemorrhages and bleeds out so that I can buy
wait
everything
a moment
while
ago,
everyone else sits on the sideline and is like, "Oh, it's so scary. I'm not going to buy anything." I will buy everything if the market crashes. Keep that on record. But I hope I'm wrong. Actually, I hope. Actually, I mean, this sucks, but the market's not going to crash. But I'm still hoping it crashes massively, just so I can.
Hey, so you know what? I got to bring this up. Thank Big Dave for watching it. At least he jumped over from the other live to our live. Just watched another live there a moment ago. The lady was I won't say the rest. Oh, Big Dave. But thank you for watching us, and hopefully we're more entertaining than what you just recently watched. Um, if you have any particular
Oh, for sure.
questions about about buying locally or selling locally, feel free to give myself or David a call. Thanks, guys.
And if you want to know if the market's going to crash, just get a magic 8 ball and ask it.